Hi, I'm Carrick. It's no secret that business hasn't been great for America's car companies lately. Still, GM, Ford, and Chrysler have been putting millions of dollars into developing the car technology of the future. Of the three, GM will be the first to mass produce the next generation of cars. Today, I'm in Detroit, Michigan. Come with me for a special inside look at GM and their new electric car, the Chevy Volt. Our Renewable Nation, a cross-country eco-video adventure, is brought to you in part by Energy Federation Incorporated, where saving energy is easy. First stop, GM headquarters in Detroit to learn more about what technologies GM is working on.
Hi, Carrick.
Hi.
I'm Beth Lowry. I'm Vice President of Environment, Energy, and Safety Policy. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming to GM headquarters in Detroit, Michigan.
Thank you. A lot of people believe in sustainable transportation. So do you think cars will be sustainable in the future?
I do believe cars will be sustainable. And I think what's important is when you look at sustainable transportation, you really want to look at the whole picture. So you want to look at what kind of fuel you put in your vehicles. So you want it to be low carbon. You want to make sure you look at the kind of vehicle you have. So you want to get good fuel economy on traditional internal combustion engines. You want to look at flex fuel vehicles. You want to look at electric vehicles, fuel cells, all of that. And you also want to look at what you do when you drive your vehicle or when you ride in your vehicle. So how many miles you travel. Sometimes it'd be good to take your bike. You might not have to get a ride to the store or to your piano lessons or anything like that. Maybe you can ride your bike sometimes. So there's all ways to make transportation sustainable.
So are all the cars of the future going to be small, or is there going to be a mix of big and small cars?
Actually, at General Motors, we really think there's going to be a mix of big and small. Because not everybody wants a small vehicle. Some people have 3, 4 children, and they want to take all their stuff and everything. So what we think is important is putting hybrids on larger cars, or something like the Chevy fuel cell Equinox, which is a fuel cell vehicle that only emits water vapor. So you can have the size of vehicle you need, but with all these new advanced technologies and these new low carbon fuels, you don't have to have an impact on the environment. So you don't have to just go to a small vehicle.
So I don't have to buy a car that runs on gasoline?
That's right. One day you won't have to buy a car that runs on gasoline. And what's going to happen is that when you get older and you decide the kind of car you want, you'll have all these choices. So some people really want to plug in their vehicle. So like the Chevy Volt, which is an extended range electric vehicle, you can plug it in. And then if you want to, it goes 40 miles without using any gasoline at all. And then if you want to go further than that, it's got a small internal combustion engine that's on board that creates electricity. And you can run that on biofuels. So some of the places you saw that made biofuels from grass or trash or any of those different things where you can make biofuels, then you can put that in the vehicle.
GM knows something about electric cars. This is the EV1, the electric car that GM made in the late 90s. Now they're working on the Chevy Volt, a range-extended electric car that is coming out in November 2010. While in Detroit, I got a tour of the laboratory that is developing the battery for the Volt. Check it out. Hi, I'm Carrick.
Hi, I'm Doug. How you doing?
Good.
Okay, what we have here is a little bit of history and some very new stuff. This is the battery tunnel or cover for the battery pack that was in the EV1. This battery pack had lead acid technology, and it was 1,200 pounds. But it had 16 kilowatt hours of energy stored in it. That's how much energy you can pull out of the battery pack to use to move the car. Now if you go to what we're using now for the Volt, this battery pack is lithium-ion technology, but it's only 400 pounds. But it has the same amount of energy, 16 kilowatt hours. So this battery pack is 1/3 the weight and roughly 1/3 the volume of what we had back during the EV1. Weight causes the car to use more energy to move it. It's like you have a wheelbarrow, and if it's empty, you can go real far, not much effort. But if you have 2 or 3 of your friends sitting in the wheelbarrow, it takes a little bit more energy to move it. You can't go as far. Same way with the battery pack. If you have a lot of weight in the battery pack, it affects how far you can move the car.
So this battery will give the Volt 40 miles. Is that going to go up in the next couple of years?
Well, we've done a lot of studies, and discovered there's a high percentage of people that drive 40 miles or less per day. So what we plan on doing is reducing the cost and reducing the weight, getting the car more affordable. I don't really think we're going to be changing the range too much in the near term.
GM is working hard to win the race to develop sustainable choices for the future. As one of the leading automakers in the world, they have the power to change the industry. Keep your eyes on Detroit to see what's coming down the road.